Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Storm Trackers. We are doing a special long-form weather update for you as we are expecting some strong storms to move into northwest Georgia, and we have some of those storms right now knocking on the door to far northwest Georgia. One of those storms about to move into Dade and Walker County, where there is a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Now, not only do we have that severe thunderstorm warning, there is also a tornado watch in effect until midnight for the northern tier of counties there in North Georgia. We're going to break it all down for you right now with this long form weather update to help you be prepared and to know what's coming our way. We'll break down the timing of the system and talk about the potential impacts as these strong storms are going to be moving in from areas of Tennessee and some of those in parts of North Alabama as well. The way we have this set up, of course, you can see the maps there on the big map there on your screen of radar. Just below me here, you also see a tower cam. That is a tower cam right now looking over the city of Atlanta, where things are really actually pretty quiet out there right now. I'm going to switch that over to so you can see Rome. This is how it looks in Rome. Again, that's the tower cam right below me right there, where we have pointed that tower cam to the north and west. We'll be watching to see if we see any lightning flashes out of that anytime soon. And I also want to take you to our other tower cam there. I know this is going to look dark, but this is our tower cam at the University of North Georgia. Very dark there on that camera below us here, but the clouds are getting a little thicker in far north Georgia right now with that system that is getting closer. Again, there's the look at Rome that you're about to see change right there. We'll keep an eye on that for any lightning, but for now, I will leave this on the tower cam looking over the city of Atlanta, where it's still going to take a while before any of those storms move our way. Let's break down what's happening right now on radar, and you can see around Atlanta, we're actually looking pretty good right now. But if I take you up into northwest Georgia, a few things I want you to notice here. You'll see there that in northwest Georgia, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for folks in Dade County as well as in Walker County, the southern parts of Dade and Walker County. Let me turn the tornado watch off here just for a second so you can get a closer look here. I'll erase this part, and again, we'll take a look at that severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for those areas of Dade and also Walker County. That will be in effect until 9:45 tonight. We're watching that storm. I'll get in a little bit tighter here so you can see this storm near Henniger, Alabama. All right, let me take the lightning off so you can get a good look at that storm and what we're watching. There is some rotation with that. Now, again, that's not in Georgia yet. That is over the line into Alabama. This is far northwest Georgia that we're talking about, but you can see that storm where there is actually a tornado warning in effect there in Alabama. It's not in effect for any part of Georgia. We'll take a look at the velocity, and you can see right there near Henniger, that's where we have some rotation. That would be moving in closer to Highway 59, and then if that holds together, it would potentially move into Dade and also Walker County. Now, I want to make clear here, even though we're covering this for you right now on our streaming apps that we have right now, Dade and Walker County is not officially in our viewing area, so we wouldn't break into programming on 11 Alive if there's a tornado warning there. We would wait for it if it got into Chattooga County or into those areas to the east of Whitfield County and into the Dalton area before it gets back into our area. So I just want to show you there in northwest Georgia, things could be ramping up there in just a little bit. Back to reflectivity. And you can see, again, more of these storms. These are really lining up there. Just look at that line now. Back into northern Alabama, there's also another tornado warning north and west of Huntsville. You can see that right here. And then if I just kind of scan up this line, you can see as we go into Tennessee, into Fayetteville, Tennessee, Hillsborough, Tennessee, Sparta, Tennessee, Crossville, near Soddy Daisy, all of this is bearing down now and getting closer to Chattanooga. And as this gets into northwest Georgia, we are going to be watching for the potential for not only severe thunderstorms, but also there is some potential for some rotation within some of these storms, and they have exhibited some rotation within those storms as well. I'll take the radar off, and again, you can just get a good look there at along that line, the numerous severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in effect from North Alabama cutting across Tennessee, getting closer to Chattanooga, and then the next step would be moving into northwest Georgia and covering parts of North Georgia as well. Here's another look at that. I'll put this into motion here, and there you can see that tornado watch, tornado watch that is in effect for those parts of North Alabama and parts of North Georgia, and also back through much of Tennessee. So that is the entire line that is going to be pushing into North Georgia and northwest Georgia really within the next couple of hours here. There is that tornado watch that's in effect, and let me widen out just a little bit more, and you can see that complex of storms. Look at all of those tornado watches that even go up into parts of southern Missouri, into southern Illinois. It stretches back into Oklahoma and back into Texas. That's where we have those strong storms there too. So very unsettled weather over a big part of the southeast right now. Here is a look at that tornado watch that I was telling you about that does include the northern tier of counties here in far north Georgia. The National Weather Service just giving us an update. This was issued at about 5:15. It's a long-standing tornado watch. It's going to be in effect until about midnight tonight. I really expect that this is going to be extended to last longer. Either they would extend or expand this particular watch or even issue a new one that would include most likely parts of Metro Atlanta a little bit later on tonight, and then that expiration time would be on further out into the early morning hours tomorrow. So we're expecting active weather to move into our area, but as for right now, this tornado watch is in effect until midnight. It is as far south as Chattooga County there, just south of Lafayette, over to Pickens County, Gordon County, Pickens County, Dawson County, Lumpkin County, and White County. And then that line up to the north, including Dade, Walker, Catoosa, Murray County, Whitfield County, Gilmer, Fannin County, also Towns and Union counties. Those are the areas that are under. In fact, let me run the crawl on air real quick here. You don't have to worry about that here for the OTT. I'm just putting that out on air. But we have the watch that's in effect until midnight for those areas. And again, I really expect that that is going to be expanded. Now take a look at the threat levels that we have. Level 3 of 5 risk in effect for far north Georgia, and that pretty much lines up with where we have the tornado watch that's in effect. And then just below that, generally north of I-20, including the north metro counties over to West Georgia and over toward Athens and parts of East Georgia, the yellow color there is the level 2 of 5 risk, and then along I-20 and southward is the level 1 risk for severe storms. So the risk is higher in far north Georgia, and then here toward the metro area, then a little bit lower down along I-20 and southward. And this is really going to be for the overnight hours tonight as these storms roll through our area. The main threats that we're going to be watching will be pockets of heavy rain, gusty winds that could cause some damage, and then we also have a risk, it's on the lower end for hail, and then also a low risk for a tornado to occur. Now, it's also not a zero risk. Even though it's low, it's not a zero risk. There is a chance that from this system tonight, we could see some isolated tornadoes developing, coming in from northwest, from that line from the north and west, and moving closer to the metro Atlanta area during those overnight hours tonight. One thing in our favor for those overnight hours is that we will see hopefully some more stability coming in here as we lose some heating of the day. And oftentimes storms will weaken a little bit overnight. We're hoping that's going to happen with us, but we need to be prepared for that potential for these strong storms. And then tomorrow, the level 3 risk is pretty much along I-20 and southward, the level 2 risk north of that, and then level 1 in far north Georgia. We've got two parts that we're watching in the morning, some strong storms, and maybe some breaks, and then later on Thursday, overnight again into Friday, another round of storms are possible. That would mainly be on the south side, we're thinking. So very active pattern that we're going to be watching here over the next few days. So let me walk you through the timing of what we are watching out there right now with this system that is pushing our way. You can see right now in Atlanta, we are fine, but look at those storms there in North Alabama. I'll put this into motion here. You can see how all of that system is going to be nearing the North Georgia line from Tennessee at 10 o'clock tonight. That's within about 50 minutes or so. Continuing to push on through by 2 o'clock in the morning. Some of those storms extending over to the east, and then another main area there coming into parts of North Georgia around 2 o'clock in the morning. That line continues to move through 7 o'clock in the morning. That's where we're going to see our most active time here in the metro area, let's say between 5 and 8 o'clock in the morning. Those storms could also be strong. Chesley will be walking you through that action there tomorrow morning. Then we'll get a break for a while at 10 o'clock in the morning. No rain here. Once we get to around lunchtime, the potential for some showers and storms on the south side tomorrow. Then a break into the afternoon, but we're not finished with the storm threat yet. We're watching there for Thursday night. This is at almost 10 o'clock here on Thursday. Still quiet weather. And then an additional round of storms potentially overnight Thursday into Friday. I think that most of this will be on the south side. You can see how some of those storms push through Atlanta and southward. And then that by 7 in the morning on Friday, a lot of that is pushing away. And then for the rest of the day on Friday, things looking much better. You see that northwest flow, and temperatures are going to be a lot cooler here into the afternoon hours on a Friday with highs in the upper 70s. And then that is setting us up for a really nice weekend. So that is pretty much the setup for what we have going on out there right now in our area and with that storm risk through the nighttime hours tonight. Here's a look at what we're watching. Let me take this crawl down real quick from our air. Here's what we're watching though with those storms in northwest Georgia. Once again, we are quiet in Atlanta at this hour, but I want to take you into northwest Georgia. We still have that tornado warning that is in effect just over the line near Henniger, Alabama. Let me take the lightning off again so y'all can see that a little bit better. That rotation that we're watching, this is north of Mentone. All right, so that part right there that we're keeping an eye on. I'll see if I can draw that on there for you real quick. This part right here that we're watching very closely, that again, that is over the line into Alabama. It's not in North Georgia. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Dade and Walker County in far North Georgia, northwest Georgia. Again, that's in the Chattanooga viewing area, but we just want anybody who's watching there. So it is possible if that rotation holds together, I'll put this into velocity mode, and if that holds together, and it still looks pretty impressive right there, just to the east of I-59, if you're familiar with that part of North Georgia, and if that crosses over the line into northwest Georgia, into Dade and Walker, they most likely will have to issue a tornado warning there. But again, we wouldn't cut into programming for that since it's not in our viewing area. But once these storms do get more active and move into the metro area, and if there are any tornado warnings with that, we will be breaking into programming then and letting people know. But we just wanted to do this live update here on our streaming apps so you can get a good idea as to what's going on. Let me check Facebook. I think that the digital team was going to share this on Facebook as well. And I'll see if y'all have any comments or anything on that, or questions that I should answer really quick. Hold on, let me get to that. If y'all have any questions that I can answer here from that. Let me do the latest here. Leslie says that her retrievers are going to be anxious all night. Yes, it's always an unsettling thing when you have severe weather moving through during the overnight hours, and of course when pets are involved, they don't like that at all. Other comments and questions that we have. It's going to be a long night from Melissa Fuller. Carrie says, stay safe, everyone. Melissa says, keep your phones charged. So that's something that I want to make sure that everybody understands. Whenever we have these nighttime storms, I want to make sure that you have a way to get the warnings. Really, the easiest thing to do is on your iPhone, on your cell phone, is you can go to the settings and look for the WEA. That's the Weather Emergency Alerts. Make sure that is toggled on. And if your phone is inside one of the polygons where a tornado warning or where a severe thunderstorm warning is issued, it will alert you on your phone. So make sure that is enabled. You can also download the 11 Alive app. Make sure that the alerts are enabled there on that app too. And that's good to have in case you hear about a warning in the overnight hours. You go to take cover, you can still take us with you on your phone to get information about that if we are doing some of that long form weather there. They have just issued, let me go back here, the tornado warning for those areas of Dade and also Walker County. Let me go back to my source here. So for Dade and Walker, so again, we're not breaking into programming here on 11 Alive because Dade and Walker is legally in the Chattanooga viewing area. So the Chattanooga stations are taking care of that. But for anyone who's watching right now in Dade and Walker near Lafayette, there is a new tornado warning just issued for Dade and Walker County. It is a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Sulphur Springs or 12 miles south of Trenton, moving east at 35 miles an hour. So I will put this on here, the tornado warning for those areas. And you can see here what we're watching, that tornado warning for Dade and Walker County until 9:45. That rotation that is over into Alabama is getting a little more organized according from the National Weather Service. So they are now including Dade and Walker County in northwest Georgia in that tornado warning. I'm going to go to velocity here so y'all can see. It looks like, yeah, that does look like it is a little better, more organized right there. Still right along I-59, again, just over the line into Alabama. But for you folks in Dade and Walker County, far northwest Georgia, new tornado warning just issued. And I really think this is just the beginning of the warnings that we're going to be seeing here coming in from the north and west, moving there to the south and east with these storms there. Look at those that are lining up. This is right here, these in North Alabama back into Tennessee. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tornado warnings with that and a severe thunderstorm warning with it as well. So that is a very active part that will also be pushing in to those areas of northwest Georgia. So a lot that we need to be watching here with this entire complex here over the southeast with very unstable air. The ingredients are coming together for this severe weather that is taking place right now. I want to go back to live mode and I want to just look at the lightning count. Look at all of that lightning right now. This is going to be a pretty impressive number when I outline this. And we can see the number of lightning strikes, about almost 2,000 lightning strikes there in that red box that you see on your screen, including North Georgia, North Alabama, much of Tennessee, and going into Kentucky. Almost 2,000 lightning strikes in a 15-minute period. So that just goes to show the intensity of this storm as it's going to be pushing into our area during the nighttime hours tonight. Let's go back here to the metro area. Again, no rain in our area. That green that you're seeing there around Metro Atlanta, those are some false echoes. Here is a look at that storm though in northwest Georgia as those storms are just beginning to move on in, and of course that tornado watch that is in effect for those spots there in far north Georgia as well, and that watch will be in effect until midnight tonight. I do expect though that we most likely will have another watch that's going to be issued. Let me see if the National Weather Service is saying anything else about that. No, we're not seeing anything else with that yet. So Just wanted to give you an update here tonight on what we have going on in our area. The plan for us tonight is, of course, we'll be on tonight at 11 o'clock. We plan to do additional weather updates. We will break into programming if necessary during the evening hours tonight and overnight. I'm staying late tonight. Chesley's coming in early. We will have someone in the Storm Tracker Center all night long to get you through this weather situation coming in for those overnight hours tonight. And this is just beginning to push into northwest Georgia, even as we speak out there right now, with that severe thunderstorm warning in Dade-Walker County, a tornado warning in Dade-Walker County. If that rotation with that holds together, I would expect they could extend that into Catoosa County and maybe into Whitfield County near the Dalton area. Again, those counties are also in the Chattanooga viewing area. Again, so we wouldn't be breaking into programming for that. But once that pushes into our viewing area, including, of course, Floyd County, down into areas of Chattooga County, Gordon County, and then over toward Gilmer and Fannin County, that's when it gets into our viewing area, and that's where we'll be watching that very closely here during the nighttime hours tonight. And if any warnings, of course, are issued there, we will be breaking into programming there for those storms rolling through our area during the later nighttime hours tonight. So, of course, watching all of this very closely with these storms rolling through, I want to on the bottom of your screen right below me here, I'm going to change this camera again to the Roam camera just to see. Again, this is going to be a dark camera that is about to show up. I know that's really dark right there, but it's looking toward the north and west, and oftentimes now that it is getting dark out there, we can see some lightning flashes from the distance with some of those storms, but again, not seeing that yet. I do think we're going to see those lightning flashes showing up more still as that system is getting closer here to pushing into our area. So to wrap up what we're watching, these storms coming in from the north and west, more of those really lining up there. Just look at all those warnings that we have right now in Tennessee. So there's going to have to be a lot of weakening in that for us not to get any warnings. I hope that we do see some weakening out of it. We don't expect a lot. Let me take off the tornado watch as well, just so you can see all of those red polygons. We have the ones in northwest Georgia, in Dade-Walker County, also over into Alabama, and then we also have this line right here, all of these storms right there from Huntsville over to north of Chattanooga. All of those, that entire line has, I can't even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 tornado warnings there along that line, and that is what is pushing into northwest Georgia. So northwest Georgia, you're under the gun first. You already have a tornado warning right now for folks in Dade County and also Walker County. That's moving over toward the east. It could impact Catoosa County and Whitfield County if the National Weather Service decides to extend that over. We also will be watching those additional storms pushing through the rest of North Georgia tonight. And once those move into our area, there is the potential that we will have some strong thunderstorms that could have rotation within them as well. Let's go back and look at velocity right here. So there's that storm coming out of Alabama. What we're watching is this part of it right there coming over Interstate 59 and about to move into parts of Dade County. And if that holds together and that rotation holds together, of course, that's why we have that tornado warning that is in effect for those areas of Dade and also Walker County. I'll put this camera below me back on Atlanta, where it is going to be a while before we see any kind of storms here in the metro Atlanta area. It's going to be overnight really and into early tomorrow morning. But again, we're tracking this area as it moves in from the north and west with all of those storms. And then look how that extends even back into Oklahoma and Texas. So a very complex system that is pushing our way, and it'll keep moving into our direction for the nighttime hours tonight, and things are only expected to get a little more active as we continue through those overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. I want to walk you through the timeline once again. First, I'll show you the tornado watch. This is for those northern tier of counties. This tornado watch does not include the Atlanta area. Hold on, I've got a new message here. So Okay, that is a good sign. The National Weather Service is saying that rotation coming out of Alabama, and I just showed you that it didn't look like it was that as impressive now as it's about to cross over into Dade and Walker County. The rotation is weakening and broadening a little bit, and terrain can produce quick changes in intensity, so they're going to keep the warning going for now in Dade and Walker County, but hopefully that system will weaken a little bit. The other thing I want to caution you though about is that a lot of times though we see storms broaden and weaken, and then they cycle again and get tighter and get stronger again, and so we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case with this system. Here again is a look at that tornado watch that's in effect for those northern tier of counties, including, you know what, I'm going to kind of just go along with you here. There is Chattooga County. It goes into Pickens County, Gordon County rather, Pickens County, Dawson County, Lumpkin County, White County, Union, or Towns Union. We have Gilmer, Fannin, Murray, Whitfield, also Catoosa County, Walker County, and Dade County. All right, I just wanted to kind of point out those counties to you. Those are the counties included in this tornado watch until midnight, but as I mentioned, we do expect that that watch will either be extended and expanded time-wise, or we will get a new watch that'll be issued that could include much of the metro area and maybe the rest of northeast Georgia and on down maybe toward the Athens area as well. So in fact, I'm going to message any indication of new watch for additional counties. All right, so as I'm doing this, I'm in communication here with the meteorologists at the National Weather Service. What they do is they will conference with the folks at the Storm Prediction Center, and sometimes they give us an early indication like we may be issuing a new watch soon. So that's what I'm asking them right now, and I'll let you know what they say here. I'm going to try to wrap this up at 9:30, but I just kind of want to let you know what we're watching right now. I don't know if we'll do another one between now and 11 o'clock, but definitely at 11 o'clock, watch us on 11 Alive, and we will be, of course, leading our newscast with this. So it looks like they just, okay, they don't have any indication from SPC right now, but they may coordinate a local extension if needed. So that is good to know. Let me respond to him and say thank you. They just put that far northwest corner of Georgia, northwest Georgia there, into a level 4 risk. Can you see that right there? Look at that. That level 4 extends now into North Alabama, into northwest Georgia, and over a big part of Tennessee. So that just extended down into northwest Georgia. You can see the rest of that level 3 risk there in northwest Georgia, the level 2 from Atlanta northward, and then the level 1 down to the south. Tomorrow we see the level 2 from I-20 northward, the level 3 on the south side. So tomorrow early will be active, and then later in the day, on Thursday, we may see some redevelopment on the south side, mainly late Thursday into early Friday. So we'll be watching that for you very closely as well. Here's the timeline. I'm going to walk you through that really quick for another 2.5 minutes here before we wrap up, or straight up at 9:30. Here's a look at those storms, okay? Pushing into northwest Georgia now. More storms rolling in for those overnight hours. This is at 2 o'clock in the morning. Some of those storms extend over, have already moved through North Georgia, extending over toward Athens, and another band pushing in to North Georgia. That moves through. This is at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is where things could get a little more active for us as well through the overnight hours and in the early morning hours tomorrow. Then a break by mid-morning, we're thinking. By lunchtime, maybe a few other showers there on the south side. This is at noon. And then we watch some breaks in the action for the afternoon hours, but we're not totally finished with everything. Once we get into the late night hours and overnight Thursday into early Friday, another round of storms rolling through. Those could turn strong, but by 7 o'clock, most of that is already pushed out. And then for the rest of the day on Friday, we'll have that northwest flow. Things will be cooler, drier, and quieter into the afternoon as we'll be drying out there for the daytime hours. We also have a flood guidance We'll be watching for that potential for some heavy rain to come through as well. So of course we'll be watching that threat too as the system moves on in. So to wrap up here, for the last minute before we wrap up here, we have Dade-Walker County in a tornado warning until 9:45. Let me check that time really quick. Yes, until 9:45. That storm is moving eastward. If it is extended, the warning, it would be possibly over into Whitfield County and into Catoosa County, maybe Murray County. But we'll keep an eye on that as it moves to the east. And then, of course, we have all these other storms as well that are lining up back into Tennessee and North Alabama. Numerous tornado warnings with those. We'll keep an eye on those as they move into northwest Georgia and potentially through the rest of North Georgia tonight as well. As we wrap up right now, I want to remind you, you can go ahead and roll that tape there showing the app that we have. You can keep up with us throughout the night tonight here. Be sure to download our app here. Go to the App Store, scan that code there to get the app as well. More updates to come.